a very fun genre. I love it so much. It's just so dark and I love it. I love everything about it. Kind of slowly watch the main character enter that world and then become completely unraveled by it. I love when people say coming of rage instead of coming of age, because I feel like when you're coming of age, you are so angry about so much. Hello friends, and welcome to the first video of 2025. I have a little haul, a little book haul. I've actually got multiple things in there. So my birthday was December 29th, and I did go book shopping for my birthday. My mom and I went to a little cafe, got a coffee. We moseyed on over to downtown, and yeah, Magic City is one of probably my favorite like local bookstore, I would say. We also have my new journal for the year for 2025, bullet journal. And then we also have my new reading journal. And then we also have some stationery. So I'm gonna do a little haul of all the things that I got. First, let's roll the bookstore clips. Okay, so I bought, well, my mom bought me because it was my birthday, 3 books that I'm very excited for. One of these I have had on my TBR for a really long time. The other 2 I've never seen, never heard of, and honestly I don't go to like new bookstores a lot because I'm always buying like backlist titles and trying to thrift books. It's very exciting to go in and see something that I hadn't seen anybody talk about online yet. You know the thrill of like going into a bookstore and like finding something that looks so cool and you're like, wait, what is this? I haven't seen this before. So first, this is the one that I've had on my TBR. Yeah, I've only had it on my TBR since it came out, so it's only been on there for 2 years, but I love anything that has to do with mushrooms. It's like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's an obsession, but I just love them. The thing that started it was a book that I read called The Beauty. It's a novella, actually, by Aaliyah Whiteley. Years ago when I was working at the bookstore, it was one that I had seen like on our feature tables a couple times. It looked really interesting, and so I picked it up, and it's one of my favorite novellas of all time. It's literally set in a future where all the women have died because of like a womb disease, and so it's the last generation of men and like trying to survive in the woods together, and some really crazy stuff happens. It's like the ultimate body horror book. Yeah, and it has to do with mushrooms. Like, it gets absolutely crazy. It's so good. It's like, I highly recommend it. And so ever since I read that, I was just like so drawn into that. This is Fruiting Bodies by Katherine Harlan, and it's short stories. It says, it's a genre-bending debut collection of stories, and it constructs 8 eerie worlds full of desire, wisdom, and magic, blooming amid decay. In stories that beckon and haunt, Fruiting Bodies ranges confidently from the fantastical to the gothic to the uncanny. I love both of those. As it follows characters, mostly queer, mostly women, on their precipice of change. Echoes of timeless myth and folklore reverberate through urgent narratives of discovery, appetite, and coming of age in a time of crisis. As soon as I saw it on the shelf, I immediately recognized the cover and I snatched it up real quick. I would love to do a whole video dedicated to books that use mushrooms in either a literal or figurative sense, because I can think of like 4 or 5 right off the top of my head. Anyway, that's Fruiting Bodies. Then the first one that I actually picked up, it was on their table of, I don't know if it was supposed to be like new releases, probably, because I'm sure this came out like in 2024. And this is Youth Juice by E.K. Sathu. Is that how we think it's pronounced? I'm not totally sure. I love books, and I've read a couple recently that I would also like to do like a whole video about, where they take something like the beauty industry, skincare, the wellness industry, and you kind of slowly watch the main character enter that world and then become completely unraveled by it, as they discover like some sort of dark secret about whatever company or person is like the bad guy. So immediately I was intrigued. It says on the back, literally, Lena Dunham's Girls, loved that show, meets Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop, meets Mona Awad's Bunny. Are you kidding? This one says, from Sophia Banyan's first day on the storytelling team at HEBE, a luxury skincare / wellness company based in New York's trendy Soho neighborhood, it's clear something is deeply amiss. But Sophia, pushing 30, has plenty of skeletons in her closet next to the designer knockoffs and doesn't care. Though she leads an outwardly charmed life, she aches for a deeper meaning to her flat existence and a cure for her brutal nail-biting habit. She finds it all and more at HEBE. Am I supposed to be saying Hebe? I don't know. And with Tree Whitestone, HEBE's charismatic founder and CEO. Soon, Sophia is addicted to her Hebe? Oh, that's gonna annoy me. Is addicted to her Hebe lifestyle, especially Youth Juice, the fatty, soothing moisturizer Tree has asked Sophia to test. But when cracks in Hebe's infrastructure start to worsen and Sophia learns the gruesome secret ingredient at the heart of Youth Juice, she has to decide how far she's willing to go to stay beautiful forever. Glittering with ominous flashes of Sophia's coming of rage story. I love when people say coming of rage instead of coming of age, because I feel like when you're coming of age, you are so angry about so much stuff. Former beauty editor E.K. Sathu's horror debut is as incisive as it is stomach-churning in its portrayal of the all-consuming female friendship and the beauty industry's short attention span. Youth Juice does to skincare influencers what Bret Easton Ellis did to yuppies. You'll never moisturize the same way again. I'm not a big fan of Bret Easton Ellis, to be completely honest. I have read Less Than Zero, and I read half of American Psycho and had to DNF because I couldn't get through it. So I don't love his writing style. His satire is almost like so satirical that it just becomes the thing he's making fun of. So I'm hoping her writing is not like Ellis's, because I just hope it's not. Anyway, but I'm so excited. If you guys have any other books that you've read that you know of that are similar to this, please comment them, because I want to read them all and then maybe do a video. I saw one in the store. There was a very brief clip of it because I almost got it, called The Glowing or The Glow. And that one was about a woman who she ends up meeting another woman who owns like a wellness, kind of like an off-grid backyard kind of indie wellness retreat. She's trying to turn her into like a big-time Instagram influencer. And so it's about like manipulation and then obviously the wellness industry, but it didn't sound like it was gonna have quite the horror vibes that this one does. Like obviously we wanna know what the secret ingredient is. It's gonna be something disgusting. It's probably human blood. That is my assumption because it's right there on the cover. I didn't get The Glow because it didn't sound like it was gonna be like horror enough. Then if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time at all, you know that I love dark academic books. It is a genre that I hold near and dear to my heart. Ever since reading The Secret History, I just melt for that genre. I love it so much. I'm literally writing a book that is that genre. I'm like 75,000 words in. If you guys have never seen I'll try to link like my little writing playlist up here. I'll track like the querying process as I attempt to publish it. So anyway, it's very fun. It's a very fun genre. I love it so much. It's just so dark and I love it. I love everything about it. I saw this on the shelf. Never heard of it. It's called The Four. The spine caught my eye because it's very punchy and hot pink. And as soon as I saw that there was like a school on the cover, I was immediately intrigued. It says, "It was a privilege to get in. Now they'll be lucky to leave." It literally says, "For fans of The Secret History and If We Were Villains," right at the top. The blurb says, "We were always the four from our very first day at High Realms. The four scholarship pupils, outsiders in a world of power and privilege. It would have made our lives a lot easier if Marta had simply pushed Genevieve out of our bedroom window that day. Certainly it would have been tragic. She would have died instantly. But Marta didn't push her then, or if you choose to believe me, at any other time. If she had, all of what we went through would not have happened. I've told this story as clearly as I could, as rationally as I've been able in the circumstances to achieve. I don't regret what we did, and I would do it all again." They sound guilty as hell. A dark, compelling, and beguiling novel of revenge, guilt, and love. Oh, yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna really like this. I hope it's not silly. I hope it's not predictable. I hope it doesn't have a dumb ending. So excited for those. Now moving on to journals. I already have Post-its on here of how I want to design the inside of this. This is I looked up the pronunciation of this. You've probably been saying it wrong, just like I have. Leuchtturm. I thought it was like Leuchtturm or something like that. I'm sure if you're German, your ears are bleeding and I apologize. Leuchtturm, 1917, meaning lighthouse. It took a quick Goog and now I know. These are, what I have chosen to switch to from my Moleskines. I did Moleskines for 3 years and then switched to Leuchtturm last year. Kind of regrettably, to be honest, and I will explain. I love them. They're really good quality. However, there are only 123 pages. Moleskines have a lot more, and when you read 80 plus books a year, like I do, you run out of space pretty quickly. This is the A5. Yeah, this is the A5, they're medium size. I just get the one with the lines. And they are paginated, which is always convenient. And then they have a little table of contents at the beginning, and so I'll put the page number and then the book and fill this up, obviously by the end of the year. But what happened last year is I got to the end in like October or November and I had to go to some old journals, and luckily I had blank pages and I had to rip those out and tape them in. I'm gonna attempt to be pretty compact this year with how I fill the pages out. This may be my last year with Leuchtturm. If I fill this one up really quickly, like before the end of the year, I may have to switch back to Moleskine. But anyway, I'm going to punch the year into the cover. So I'm gonna punch 2025 into the top of this here in a little bit. Then my bullet journal. I've been buying from this particular shop on Etsy for a couple of years now. Beatific Journals, I think is what it's called, something like that. She just has such pretty covers. I like them a lot. I just got the 100-page bullet style. This is what it looks like. And I always have her, you can customize them with, like, you can put your name here, you can put pretty much anything. And I have her customize it with the year. And then you can also get stuff on the spine. I never get anything on the spine, but you can have like a short quote or something put on there as well. Very excited for this. I've gone for a skinnier one. Like I said, it's only 100 pages. She does some that are like 150, 200, 250, so you can get like a much thicker one. I just haven't been journaling as much as I normally, like as I have in the past, here in the last few years, and so I went with a smaller one because I know what spreads that I want to do continually every month, and I just don't think I need 150, 200 pages. I kind of use it like a mix of a scrapbook and a journal. Like I don't actually bullet journal in the sense that most people do. Like it's not really a productivity thing for me. I do like to track my reading. I want to do a spread, like one of those really pretty spreads where you draw in all the books and then you fill them in over the course of the year. I'll put some pictures on the screen of ones I've done in the past. I will attempt to link it below. She has so many though. You can actually like send in a photo of yourself or your pet and she'll like cartoonize it and then put it on here. It's really cool. So very excited for my little bullet journal. And then of course, because a journal would not be a journal without fun stickers to fill it with, I have my first little package that has arrived with some stickers and I think some washi tape if I remember. This is from Catherine Kara's shop. I love her channel. She's a YouTuber. Does washi tape, bookmarks, stickers, all sorts of fun stuff. It's so cute. It says Santa's official mail. I have had this since before Christmas, I think. I've just been waiting to open it with you guys. Okay, first thing is a washi tape. I'll have to do a close-up of this in order for you to see the detail. It's been a minute since I've bought any washi tape. Honestly, so much of the ones that I see when I'm shopping at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, they just don't have the same vibe as ones do where somebody is like, you know, like an artist, like an individual person has designed it. Forget what she called it, but it's like tree branches and then like a little moon, and then I think there's like a couple of little books on there. I wanted something that felt, you know, kind of like dark academic vibes, so that's really cute. And then for the stickers, I don't even remember what I got, but I'm very excited nonetheless. Cute. Even just this little piece of paper where she says thank you. Like I could keep that because it's got a cute little, her little tree with the bats and the moon little graphic on the back. So first sticker sheet, I got 3. Ooh, these are thick. Wow. These are really good quality. Like I can feel the thickness. Cozy Winter is our first one. We have a mixture of fairy lights, socks and gloves, an old wood stove, some blankets and pillows, a lamp post. Very like winter vibes for sure. So cozy and cute. I love it. Then we have, oh, I forgot I got this one, festive decorating. So this is actually Christmassy ones. Christmas has passed. I forgot I ordered a Christmas one. So I may have to save this one until Christmas 2025. I love these illustrations. So cute. And the colors are really deep. And then probably my favorite, Gone Reading. Of course I had to get like a book themed one. So we have a little bookshop, like storefront window, obviously some books. Oh my God, I think that's The Secret History. You guys think? It's gotta be. This one right here, that has to be The Secret History, right? It looks like The Secret History. And then this also looks like the spine of The Secret History, so it's obviously very much dark academic, I think. What about this one? I don't recognize this one. This looks like a classic. What book do we think this is? This one right here. There's like a castle. Love that. I love that. Yay. I'm so excited. Okay, I think that was everything that I was gonna show you guys. Oh my gosh, I just stood up and a sticker fell. Ah. Wait, is this a freebie? This wasn't a freebie. I ordered this one. It just fell out. This kind of large, like oversized little candle, like vinyl candle sticker. That's so cute. I was also gonna share a book. I ordered the 4th and final book. It's technically a prequel for the Southern Reach previous trilogy. It was a trilogy, but now there's a prequel. Do we still call it a trilogy if there's a prequel? Because it's technically like a 4th book, but it's not book number 4, it's a prequel. Anyway, the Annihilation books by Vandermeer. There was also a really good movie that came out years ago with Natalie Portman. It's very much like body horror. It is quintessential speculative fiction. Anyway, it takes place in a place called Area X, and it's just, it's an anomaly. It's a place where really weird things happen. You get a very good idea if you just like Google Area X or Annihilation and look at photos on Google. There's like some really weird stuff that will come up. It's just wacky and fun, kind of unexplainable. You guys let me know how you plan your journals, your reading journals. I'm definitely thinking about doing a whole video on it. I have some ideas. I have these little sticky notes of like how I want to lay out the page and if I even want to continue with the 5-star rating system, because it's so hard to distill an entire novel if it's good. if it's bad, it's easy to rate it like 1 or 2 stars. But if it's a really good novel, it's kind of hard to rate it into, like, you know, to decide, is it 4 stars or is it 5 stars? I do half-star ratings too, but it's just it's really tricky sometimes to do that. So I've thought about printing some kind of sticker that says great, good, okay, or bad, and then kind of lumping them into those types of categories instead of doing a star rating, because everybody's star rating system is also different. I've watched several YouTube videos about this, about the issue and the problem with 5-star ratings, and some of the people who I follow, like booktubers who I follow, who've been doing booktube for like 10 years or more, they have stopped doing the 5-star rating system because they've realized it's kind of problematic, and it's a tricky thing to quantify. Like, how can you take some, especially if it's like a memoir or something like that, it's like, how do you give a star rating to someone's life story? I don't know. I'm in a phase where I'm not totally sure exactly what I'm gonna do. So if you have any ideas for me of how to rate books in just like a better way that's not so like reductive, if that's the right word, you guys let me know. Anyway, that is all I was gonna share. So now I'm gonna clean up my mess, and I will see you guys in my next video.